Right when the new version of you starts gaining traction, that old version of you whispers, take a day off. You've earned a break. It's really not that serious. Hey fam, a few weeks ago I shared an episode with you called This One Habit Will Transform Your Life in 90 Days. Well, this is a follow-up episode to that one. Have you ever noticed how we spend all this time worried about the big things that may ruin our life? A bad deal, a bad relationship, a bad diagnosis? But almost no one pays attention to the tiny habits that quietly eat your life alive. That's what we're going to talk about today. Because there's one habit, just one, that's destroying more dreams than doubt, fear, or haters ever could. And I promise you this, by the end of this episode, you will see it in yourself. So what is this self-destructive habit? It's called micro-quitting. You see, micro-quitting is when you don't quit big, you just quit small. It's like you don't walk away from the gym, but you just don't go today. You don't abandon the potential business opportunity, you just don't send that follow-up email. You don't end the relationship, you just ghost the person. It's death by 1,000 I'll do it tomorrows. Micro-quitting doesn't feel like failure. It feels like permission, but it stacks up on you like debt. And I know this habit exists because I've actually lived it. You see, every entrepreneur, every achiever, every I'm going to get my life right person has lived it. Most people don't have a quitting problem. They have a micro-quitting problem. And that right there, that's the killer. So how does micro-quitting show up? You know, when you feel yourself rising to the next level and you get that sense that your life is finally opening up and things are moving in the right direction, boom. That's exactly when micro-quitting shows up. Right when the momentum hits. Right when you start feeling dangerous. Right when the new version of you starts gaining traction. That old version of you whispers, take a day off. You've earned a break. It's really not that serious. Now let me tell you something. Old you was like a damn politician, smooth talking you right back into the same life that you said you were done with. Micro-quitting sounds gentle, but it actually steals decades from you. There's a reason that this habit of micro-quitting is so powerful. Because becoming a new version of yourself actually requires you to divorce the identity that you've known your entire life. And that identity fights back hard. Your old self is like, hey, I don't know this disciplined you. I don't know this wealthy you. I don't know this healthy you. So it pulls back through tiny behaviors that don't look harmful. Basically, micro-quitting is identity maintenance. It's your past self trying to stay alive. And some of you are exhausted, not because life is heavy, but because you keep trying to be reborn without letting the old version of you die. You gotta go to the cross. Fam, there was a point in my life, and some of you may know this, where the businesses were heavy, the debts were loud, and quitting big was on the table. But then I realized something. I didn't need to quit big. I needed to stop quitting small. I went back through my old days and I noticed all of the places that I disappeared. I mean, the calls I didn't return, the opportunities I didn't follow up on, the ideas that I said I'd execute next week, the workouts that I skipped, the habits that I started and abandoned after 72 hours. And then it hit me. I was losing my life in the margins. Once I realized that, that's when I changed everything. And the results followed like magic. Because I realized that consistency unlocks doors that talent never gets access to. Now, how do we solve our micro-quitting problem? I got the antidote, folks. It's called micro-commitments. If micro-quitting destroys your life, then micro-commitments can rebuild it. See, you don't need a 5-year plan. You don't need a motivational speech. And you don't even need to become a superhero tomorrow. You just need the discipline to complete one tiny commitment that you can do every single day, even on the days that you don't feel like it. Because the consistency of investing in yourself compounds at a much higher rate than any stock market investment does. I mean, ask yourself, what is one thing that I can commit to for the next 30 days with no negotiations with myself? Maybe it's calling on a new business prospect every day, reading a book 5 minutes every day, walking 10 minutes every day, sending one follow-up email every day. And I might hurt some of y'all with this one, but how about making your damn bed up every morning, every day? Because that tiny thing that you actually do, that's the seed of the future you. Do it long enough, and micro quitting actually becomes impossible because your identity upgrades itself. Let me leave you with this, fam. Success isn't loud, failure isn't loud, and the habits that create them are whisper quiet. If you want to change your life in 2026 and beyond, stop worrying about big wins and big losses, and start paying attention to the little daily choices that shape who you are becoming. Here's your assignment. Before you go to bed, write down one micro commitment that you'll do every day for the next 30 days. Not 10, not 5, just one. Because the difference between the life that you have and the life that you want is not that big. It's actually the small stuff that you keep talking yourself out of. Fam, thank you for your time and attention. If you found this episode to be informative, please subscribe to the channel. If you have thoughts about what I've shared, shoot me a comment below. And if you think that this information may help someone that you care about, please take a moment and share it. And always remember that respect is the only currency that doesn't lose its value. This is the ReBuild Podcast. I'm Les Allen, and we'll keep rebuilding with clarity, not noise. And today, we rebuild one habit at a time. Peace.